Hi everybody, this is Miles Bridges, and this is how I spent and saved my first $1 million. Shout out to all the healthcare workers risking their lives out there. You're doing a great job. Definitely support all of you. The first job I ever had was construction work. It was under my mentor, Jeff Greer. He paid me like $50 an hour, but I only worked for like 4 hours. All I really did was play basketball at the time. I had some conversations with my friends about what I would buy first, and it was always just I would get my mom a house or get one of my family members a house just so that I could move them out of the neighborhood. When I got my name called, it was just so many emotions going into it. When I was walking up those stairs, the only thing I was really thinking about was I didn't want to trip up the stairs and fall on my face because I had these slippers on that were slippery. I don't know, it was just a lot of emotions. It's all the hard work that I put in, and all of my family members were there. They helped me out with everything. So I was just happy and grateful to be there. I feel like step one to finding a financial advisor was just asking around the league, asking who handles their money, and that's how I found my financial advisor. I had the same financial advisor as a couple people in the NBA, and I feel like if I didn't ask around, I wouldn't be able to find that. Advice to all the young people coming to the NBA: ask people that you know in the NBA or people with a lot of money, where do they find their financial advisors? I would have to say it was 80 in savings, 20 in spendings, just to keep it safe. The rookie transition program, they taught us literally everything that we need to know about the NBA or lifestyle outside the NBA, how to handle our money. They had people come in that actually went bankrupt, that played in the NBA, and had them come talk to us. They had professional people like that knows how to handle their money come talk to us, so it was great. Yeah, I remember how much it was. $3 million a year or 4. It's either 4 or 3 a year. I had 2 years guaranteed, 2 years team option, so you can see all that info right here. Okay, we talked about how I saved my money. Now let's talk about how I spent my money. My first big purchase was a Rolex. I wasn't really into jewelry or anything, but everybody said once you get into the NBA, you have to get some type of watch just so you can look professional. That's what I did. So I got a gold presidential Rolex. Rolex, $30,000. I was in Cleveland for my draft process, so I was just riding around with my agent, and he was just telling me where he get all his watches from. So it was a place in Cleveland that we got the watch from. I have a son, his name is Ace. I got the chain with the Ace signal, so that cost me about $15. I also have 2 more chains. One says RTB, which stands for Real Trench Baby, and the other chain is just a gorilla chain because it's my favorite type of animal. The RTB one was $5. The gorilla one was $35 or $40. $40. Let's see. RTB chain plus the Ace chain, the gorilla chain, $60K on chains. It was a guy that I was introduced. He don't like when people know his name, so I'm gonna just keep it on the low. Just know it's my guy and he's legit. The next thing I bought was a house for my mom. I mean, she made so many sacrifices for me, and I grew up in a tough neighborhood, so she had to provide any way that she could, and she did. My first thing that I wanted to do was buy my mom a house, even though that's not the first thing I did. I got her a house, and it was $200,000. Get this right, $200,000. I know my mom, she was always on my case when I was younger, so I wanted to move her at least 20 to 30 minutes away from me, just so she wouldn't bother me like she usually does. When she first seen the house, she just broke down crying, was hugging me, saying thank you. And she loves her house. She says even if I go anywhere else to play, that she would still stay in Charlotte and stay in that house. So she was very grateful, and I was happy to see that too. Next thing I bought was a Range Rover. At that time, I had my son on the way, so I knew I needed room in the back seat for him. I was gonna get a Porsche or something else, but instead I just got a Range Rover to keep it safe. And I like my Range Rover. I got it wrapped, so it's matte black now. That was worth $100K. $100K. After I bought my Range Rover, I bought my girlfriend a car too. A 2019 Audi. That was worth 50K. 50K for my girlfriend's car. In the future, I may get some more cars, but I'm budgeting right now, so I'm gonna have to just stick with my budget until I can get a new car. When I first got into the league, I wasn't really into fashion. I just wore straight jogging pants to the games, or if I went to parties, I just wanted to feel comfortable. My teammates, they started getting on me, telling me that, well, why don't you dress more? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? There was a couple teammates in particular. It was Kemba Walker at the time, my rookie year, Dwayne Bacon, Malik Monk, and Jeremy Lamb. They were all getting on my case about it, so I just figured that I had to get my fashion right, so I started watching those guys and see what they put on, and then I just added a little style to myself. Yeah, my rookie year, I probably spent only like 10K on, not even 10K on fashion, but my last year I probably spent 20, 30. Fashion, I got 30K for my first 2 years. I would say the top 3 best dressed players on my team would be Dwayne Bacon, number 1, Terry Rozier, number 2. It's a tie between Devontae Graham and Malik Monk. Worst dressed by far is Cody Zeller. But he doesn't care, so you can't really make fun of him, because if you make fun of him, he's just going to agree with you, so it doesn't matter. I went on one vacation my rookie year that I was doing an all-star break after the dunk contest. I went to Miami with some of my friends, but I didn't spend that much, so I only spent probably like $3,000. I didn't spend that much. I went on a couple more trips. I went on a trip to the Bahamas with my girlfriend after All-Star Weekend this year. The trip to the Bahamas was free because the NBPA paid for it. And actually, I made more money in the casino than I spent. Vacation in Miami, $3,000. But when I took my trip to the Bahamas, I made money at the casino, so I got it right back. I only play roulette when I go to the casino, so I came in with what, $1,000 just to start off, and I think I left with $6,000 or $7,000. When I first got into the league, I was really worried about just staying by myself. I did not want to stay in an apartment, so I got me a little condo with my sister, and it was nice. So I stayed there for a year, and this past summer I stayed in an apartment. I don't know, I just got tired of staying in there, so I stayed in an apartment, and it was probably the worst decision of my life. So my sister, she gave me a good idea. She just said, you should buy you a house. It'll be yours. If you ever want to sell it, you can sell it. I bought me a house, and it was $600,000. 100, 200, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Another big reason why I got this house is because at first I only had my son, and then me and my girlfriend, we had another baby, my baby girl Ayla. We needed more room. That's one of the main reasons I got this house too. Yep, that's how I spent my first million. I feel like I spent it on reasonable stuff that I actually needed. I mean, jewelry and stuff is just stuff that I wanted in the fashion, but all this other stuff is stuff that I needed, so I'm happy about how I spent my first million. My advice to younger players coming in would just be, you see how fast I could spend that in the first 2 years, so just make sure you make a budget, get you a financial advisor, and pay attention to what you spend and educate yourself on money so you won't make the mistake of going bankrupt or doing anything stupid with your money. All right, everybody, stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask. I'll see you on the court soon.